She was sitting in this way when her attention was attracted by a slight sound near her. She lifted her head to see where it came from, and if she had been a nervous child, she would have left her seat on the battered footstool in a great hurry. A large rat was sitting up on his hind quarters and sniffing the air in an interested manner. Some of Lottie's crumbs had dropped upon the floor, and their scent had drawn him out of his hole. He looked so queer and so like a gray-whiskered dwarf or gnome that Sarah was rather fascinated. He looked at her with his bright eyes, as if he were asking a question. He was evidently so doubtful that one of the child's queer thoughts came into her mind. "I dare say that it is rather hard to be a rat," she mused. "Nobody likes you. People jump out and run away and scream out, 'Oh, horrid rat!' I shouldn't like people to scream and jump and say, 'Oh, horrid Sarah!' the moment they saw me, and set traps for me and pretend they were dinner. It's so different to be a sparrow." But nobody asked this rat if he wanted to be a rat when he was made. Nobody said, "Wouldn't you rather be a sparrow?" She had sat so quietly that the rat had begun to take courage. He was very much afraid of her, but perhaps he had a heart like the sparrow, and it told him that she was not a thing which pounced. He was very hungry. He had a wife and a large family in the wall, and they had had frightfully bad luck for several days. He had left the children crying bitterly, and felt he would risk a good deal for a few crumbs, so he cautiously dropped upon his feet. "Come on," said Sarah. "I'm not a trap. You can have them, poor thing. Prisoners in the Bastille used to make friends with rats. Suppose I make friends with you." So that is a passage from one of my favorite books of all time, A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I just really love the character of Sarah. I think she's so optimistic and wonderful and so mature for her age. I think she's 7 or 8. I just love her, and I love the scene where she imagines the whole life for those 3 children, the 3 children that are very well off, the large family, and one of them, Donald, gives her a 6pence because he thinks she's a beggar, and just, oh, I love this novel, and I think you should all read it, so yeah, go read it. I'll put a link in the sidebar to an online version, which is what I'm reading off of right now, because I can't find my copy, which is really sad. So, yeah, go read it now, and hopefully it will change your perspective on life to something a little more optimistic, because that's what it did for me. This is weird, my last theme. Really weird. I want to hear your internet story. Basically how you first started getting into internet, what kind of sites you liked and if you still use them, and just like your relationship with the internet in general, because I know we're all pretty into YouTube and nerd fighters and things, but there are so many websites online so I'm just wondering if you guys maybe frequent the same ones, or if you have websites that you really enjoy reading or blogs that you like reading that you want to share with us. So yeah, broaden our internet knowledge, and yeah, maybe you could talk about like how you got introduced to the internet, or your biggest internet addictions. Like I used to be a really hardcore Neopets player, and I lost my password, and for some reason Neopets has all these new security measures where you have to enter like your birthday and stuff, and at the time when I first started my account I was using fake birthdays and fake names and stuff because I was scared of people stealing my identity. So I can't get back into my account, which is really, really annoying because I had some really cool Neopets. Anyways, more on that next week, probably. Just like generally what you do on the internet. I have a routine when I first get onto the internet. When I first get on my computer, I have a routine. So things like that, if you have anything to share. And just maybe things that are going on the web that you want to share. Yeah, that's all. Bye.